Probably start by saying hi guys. If you haven't been watching my videos already, I am going from zero training to running an ultra marathon, and I thought I'd vlog myself along the way. I'm gonna do a video today to talk about how not only my training plan has been going so far, but also it is the summer holidays and I have the children off. So my normal routine since I've started this program, or since I've started my training program, hasn't always gone to plan, but that's fine. That's at this point in my training program, I'm not going to stress anymore. I've decided that there's no point in me getting upset over things not going the way they should, and I need to focus on the positives and what I've actually achieved so far. Again, I've gone from no training whatsoever. I don't run, my normal is I don't do this sort of thing. So now I feel like I'm proud of what I've achieved so far, and how I'm feeling, and my nutrition. I've lost a bit of weight as well, so I'm going to try and stay positive, even though I had yet another week. Even though last week once again didn't go to plan. I didn't go to the gym at all. I didn't go out for my long run. What I did do, that's something, so I've written some stuff down here. So, okay, so week 6. So I was feeling quite positive about week 6 after I did have a week before that. I think it was the first week that the kids were off of school, or maybe the second week into it, where I had a wobble, and then I was feeling really pumped for the week ahead once I got my head clear and changed a few things. But yeah, it's just happened again where having the kids at home means that I don't necessarily have childcare, and I can't just go off and do my training. So I'm just going to try and just go with it. They've only got a couple more weeks left before they go back to school, and then I can resume my normal routine, as it were. So so week 6 was to fuel better, rest better, moving with purpose. I feel like I have been doing my best to do that, going to sleep better. I feel like that if you don't have a good night's sleep, it really can affect, I mean, for me personally, it really affects my day. So I do try and go to bed early, but I will always say that yes, I could go to bed at least an hour and a half earlier. That wouldn't kill me. I think I'd love it actually. So yeah, so that was week 6. So I've started writing, it wasn't on purpose, but I've started writing in this book as much as I have got it on my app on my phone. I'm quite a visual person. I like to write things down. But if I can find my little notes here, that would be great. So I am currently on week 7. I'm week 7. Yeah, next week is week, yeah. So I'm currently on week 7 of my training. 0 to marathon? 0 to ultra. 0 to ultra marathon. I'm not just running a marathon, I'm running an ultra marathon. So that's 70 miles. So 0, just going about my normal life, no training, no running. And yeah, I'm gonna run 70 miles next June. So this is going to be my journey, where I will share with you what I've been getting up to every week, what I've been eating, my lifestyle of just going to work with the kids and running the house, as well as so fitting everything in to, because it's not just, you know, in an ideal world to just focus on this challenge would make my life so much easier, but that is not real life. So I just wanted to document this for my achievements, so I can see what I've achieved, and to have proof of that. And sharing it as well on social media and things, I thought would be maybe inspirational for somebody. Anyway, I'm going off subject. So yes, it has been a challenge at times. I think I need to stop worrying and panicking when it's not going to plan. That's when I start to think, what am I doing? What was this a good idea? I'm just gonna really try and focus now on just going with it. If it doesn't happen, if something goes wrong, just carry on, move on to the next thing. And yeah, less worry over the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully things will get a little bit easier when the kids are back at school. What I did do last week, I think let's leading on with thinking of some positives, what I did do last week. So I definitely feel like I'm eating better. At first, I think I've struggled with my weight up and down over the years, so I've noticed that my weight has become less of an issue. But I don't want to focus on that. I really do want to focus on my training. But I did maybe fall a little bit into having the protein shakes over breakfast, like lunch and dinner. Snacking has been a little bit easier, especially with the kids at home, and they like what I call beige food. I try not to buy. The norm when they're at school is I prepare food, I have meal plans. So things like crisps and biscuits and stuff, they're like, you know, that doesn't go into my food shopping. However, now that it's the summer holidays, I have been buying more beige food, more oven things, more convenient things. My older two can cook for themselves, not necessarily from scratch. They can do pastas, they can do pizzas, they can use the air fryer. So I did buy in a couple things to make their life a little bit easier. I've been having a lot more pizza, pasta, subs I've been really enjoying. Anyway, so more carbs, which is obviously needed for fueling. But yeah, not just the protein shakes, which I think I fell very much in love with my protein shakes, is because I've always liked making smoothies and milkshakes. But since I've added protein powder, and I've also been adding like porridge oats to my shakes, I found them to be quite filling. Therefore, not on purpose, I was kind of using them the last week or so as a replacement. Being on the go, like I said, with the kids being at home, I've been having to like run into work, take my son, my youngest son. I tried to include him in the activities at work. He didn't really like it, or didn't seem to settle as much because I was there rather than being just one of the parents dropping off. So that didn't go to plan. So moving on from that, so what I did do is I definitely ate better. I've definitely been eating better. So I tried to take some little videos of the training that I do. It can sometimes be a bit difficult as well this summer, making vlogs, putting them together, taking little videos of me at the gym. It's not really a gym where people walk around with their cameras. I do try and take some videos of me going on walks. We took the children out for a day out last week. But I feel like I need to find like a watch or something so I can like count my steps as well. So even if I feel like I'm not having a great week, or I feel like I didn't go for that little training session, or I didn't go out for I think that's what really knocked me last week, is I didn't get to go out for my long run, my long distance walk. But I do feel like I'm still, even if I'm not clocking it, I'm still moving. I'm not always sat down. I mean, I'm only sat down for this. So yeah, I'm still building a base. So fueling practices, encouraging me to so that was something. So this week's part of my training program, again, I need to keep remembering to talk in each of my videos in case this is the first video you've been watching. I am using ChatGPT to put me together a training program to help me for the next 40 weeks, leading up to my 70 miles. So every week I go on there, I look at the plan for the week, I look at any tips that it gives me, any little like mini challenges. So this week it's encouraging me to experiment with light mid-run snacks. So like half a banana, some dates, which I haven't done. It doesn't really appeal to me. I don't feel like I'm hungry whilst I'm running. So I think I'm probably going to save that for when I start running hella a lot more. You know, when it's going on for hours sort of thing. I don't know if that's something that people do. I know that people use gels and Haribo or whatever. But yeah, I don't feel. And to be honest with you, on my long runs, I've been saving them more for like on the Sunday. I do like a roast dinner for the family. We sort of digest that, and then an hour later we will go for that long walk. So obviously I'm not hungry then. But yeah, so that one was different for me. So fueling practices, that challenge was. Pace discipline, so I'm still not speeding. I feel like definitely I have a good pace. So if I'm running on the treadmill at the gym, I can set myself a good pace. I normally put my headphones on and listen to music, or I will watch somebody else's vlogs, like on YouTube. But yeah, setting a good pace. I don't like to run so much, mainly because I still feel like I get that sicky feeling when I'm running too fast. So I'd rather walk really fast, or I do like a jog, but and I sort of like bounce with it, if that makes sense. But I can do that for a good 20 minutes on the treadmill. So yeah, so pace discipline, I feel like I'm doing okay with that. So and then the notes that my ChatGPT has given me is not speed, just consistent pace. So I feel like I'm nailing that at the minute. Recovery light walks for 10 minutes to flush the legs after my run. So again, when I'm running at the treadmill at the gym, it does do a cool down period for 5 minutes, I think, actually afterwards. So I'm saying 10 minutes on my ChatGPT. So I'll have a look at that. Maybe it'll start doing it longer, the longer that I run, my longer distance. So I'm still sort of doing 5 and 6K at the gym. At this point, so I will be on, so this is week 7 of my training program. I can pretty much at the top of my head tell you now that Monday is rest day, Tuesday and Thursday are my gym days where I run on the treadmill. Wednesday I do some stretching, and I also do some like strength training. Friday I do more stretching, like really stretch it out, and again there's some more strength training. Saturday I do a small run or my long run, depending on my weekend and how it's going to fit in. But then otherwise on the Sunday, that's when we've been doing our long walks, I call them. My long walk. So yeah, so that's pretty much the routine that I now have, and I will continue with throughout, and it will just change slightly, alter. Obviously we'll build on that foundation. So my mindset focus is small steps, big engine. Every kilometer adding another brick to my endurance foundation. That's pretty much what I was just saying. And I'm still building a base that's going to be strong enough to carry me through 70 miles in June. This summer I feel like I am now pulling myself round from, I just had a panic week a couple weeks ago where I thought, what the hell am I doing? Like, what? It wasn't just gonna be about training for this ultra marathon. It had to fit in with my life and my lifestyle. And I struggled a little bit at first, I'm not gonna lie. It has been tiring to get through that first 5 weeks of starting. It's always hard to start something, and even harder to keep it up and make it part of your routine and add that in. but I have to do it for myself. What am I trying to say? I'm definitely feeling better. So to start with, I was tired. My legs still hurt now. But I'm used to it now. Like I bought myself some, you call it deep heat, like for it's my shins. I can deal with aches and pains. Many moons ago, I did do like fitness training. I did like sports aerobics and gymnastics when I was little. But the twinginess of my shins, that and my thighs as well. That's something. But I'm used to it now. So but yeah, I've just pushed through it. Sleeping, I can't tell you enough. Sleep has to be really focused on. If I'm not well rested, my day is not going to go great, and I'm not going to feel like I've achieved anything. Or yeah. So yeah, on the hard days, I've just like focused on one task at a time, and that's everything. That's not just the training. That's like making sure that, you know, I've been still doing what I can in the house, making sure there's been plenty of food to fuel the children, as well as myself. So yeah, so just really just need to keep going. So week 8 next week, I'm pretty sure when I looked ahead, I'm trying not to, but I'll always sort of read what I'm supposed to be doing this week and then what's happening next week. So I'm pretty sure next week on Thursday is when I really start to pick up the pace, and start running a bit further. So, but yeah, I feel like it's been a steady, good so far. I mean, on the first week I was so tired, and I think with naturally losing the weight along the way, that's a lot. If you're like overweight, I mean, according to my BMI, I was like obese, so it's a lot of pressure to put on your knees and your like lower half when you're running. So when I say it feels like it's getting easier, it probably is, because I am losing a bit of weight. I'm sleeping better, I'm fueling better, so I'm just really trying to look after my body, adding in supplements, and I've got my electrolytes, which my daughter has started having, and she's a very fussy person in general, like food and drink wise, so found that interesting, that already the children are picking up on their health and nutrition, or they're being mindful and asking questions. My teenage son, who does athletics, has been interested in the protein powders. So yeah, it's nice that I'm already setting an example for the kids, but they were already getting that from their dad anyway, because he trains. Mindset plays a big part in this training journey for me. If there's something that I said this morning actually about how, you know, when you start your morning and you start saying it's going to be this, it's going to be that, and it's like, yeah, it is going to be that bad if you think of it that way. So if you wake up in the morning going, right, this is going to happen, or what did I put? Made a note when I thought about doing this vlog this morning, I thought, oh God, I haven't made a video, you know, or I'll make an excuse why it can't happen. So when I thought, what am I going to vlog about this morning? I didn't do anything last week, but I did, because when I sat down and thought about it, I thought of what did I do, and that's actually like the thing that I wrote down this morning, when I thought, instead of making a vlog about I didn't do this because of this and I didn't do that because of that, and you know, to me it's when somebody talks like that, I don't hear what they're saying. I just think what I hear coming out of their mouth is excuse, excuse, excuse. So the same is like, I'm not gonna do a video like that. So I thought, right, I'm gonna start with what did I do? So last week it didn't go right. We'll quickly touch on that and why it didn't, and then I'm gonna focus on what did go right. So yeah, so what did I do last week? I ate better. I went out with the kids. I walked them around, you know, so I was still moving. I wasn't sat down all day doing nothing, watching Netflix. Yeah, so I did I did do things last week. It didn't just go wrong. I did lots of things. I got a lot of the house cleared up. I've been going through the kids' toys. I've been sorting out their clothes. So I didn't not do well last week. That it just didn't go to plan, and that's okay. But yeah. So anyway, moving on from that. So week 7. Still building, grow the engine, growing my engine. I definitely feel like I am growing my engine. I'm comfortably exercising, comfortably training when I get there. So yeah, so we'll see how week 7 goes. I've got to do 5k today, and then tomorrow I will do some stretching. Yeah, and do my long run at the weekend, and then we'll see how week 8 goes. Okay guys, so yeah, thanks for watching guys. Wish me luck on another week.